It's been a tough old season for veggie growers in Horowhenua who are still battling to recover from the wettest winter in decades. Grower John Clark has spent his life on the land. He says he's never seen rainfall like it.
This winter was probably the wettest winter I've seen in 38 years. And also along with the rain we had a lack of sunshine, which made things very, very difficult. We probably approximately lost 20 to 30% yield across all crops. Not only did we lose yield, we lost quality of the crop.
Although the ground is now dry, back in April it was virtually underwater, with Met Service figures showing 3 times the average monthly rainfall and double the average in August.
So the effect that we've had now is that the crops that we had to plant in the middle of winter, that we're looking to harvest now and going on for the next month, weren't very good at all because the crop establishment wasn't good. The ground was too wet, and now that it's dried out, the ground's gone very, very hard. So we're seeing crops go backwards very quickly at the moment.
John Clark grows 22 different kinds of vegetables and in peak season employs around 250 staff who work rain or shine.
The biggest issue that we had was for the people that are working here, because they had to work through all those conditions and they're out 6 days a week, no matter what the weather is. So they have had raincoats on just about every day for a year nearly. It just hasn't been very nice.
Muddy everywhere. When we walk, sometimes when we walk, our camput's stuck in the mud.
At Tender Tips, just north of Levin, Jeff Lewis has been growing asparagus for over 3 decades.
It would be the wettest winter that I've ever seen since I've been growing asparagus, and before then I can't remember.
Asparagus plants are different to many other vegetables, as they live underground for years before throwing up shoots.
Asparagus is a perennial vegetable, which is a most unusual vegetable, so it lives for maybe 15, 17 years. So the plants are in the ground and we grow them in the sand country and the sort of coastal plains of the Horowhenua. And with the very high water tables we've had, a lot of those plants have been completely underwater for weeks and months, and so we've been very concerned about the health of those plants here we didn't even know where they're going to survive.
It's only been in the past fortnight that Tender Tips business has been back in full swing.
We would normally start packing in mid-September, and we started off with a very small crew of around about 20, 22, and we had that for far longer than we would normally have. So that lasted well into sort of mid-late October. So we're now running at a staffing level in the pack house here at around about 65.
The wet weather has been bad news for customers too, with slim pickings and higher pricings on offer at the supermarket.
Because there weren't the volumes there, so some of them promoted quite strongly and then couldn't fill those promotions because there wasn't the crop nationally. The majority of the crop, especially in the early part of the season, comes out of the Waikato and out of the Horowhenua, and we were both in exactly the same situation, having to deal with very wet, very difficult conditions. So production is good now. That means we're able to satisfy the New Zealand market well, and we're able to get into the Japanese market quite well as well.
With full production now underway in the Horowhenua district, all eyes are on the skies for a successful and drier summer season. Alexander Robertson, Local Focus.